So right from foundation course to the phase 1 of Indian Administrative Service, it has been mixed feelings. Okay, sometimes we feel so hectic. Last weekend, I think there was some class on Saturday also. Usually, our brains will be preparing for waking up late and have some good chole bhature and then go for it. And then Sundays we have good dosas and all this stuff. But training, that is what these are, because they impart certain traits in you, because natural calamities might not tell you, "Okay, this is Saturday, I'm not going to come. Sunday, I'm not going to come." You should be ready at any day, any hour of the day. So I feel, sir, training is going so well. We have learned about multiple modules like health module, education module, data science and machine learning. So how do you apply this for the schemes? And now presently we have today just we have written 2 exams of agriculture and data science machine learning.
Hello all, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi channel. And today I have with me rank 22 and IAS Dr. Pavandatta. Pavandatta, who was my previous student. And Pavandatta and I were live few days back when we shared the 14-month blueprint for UPSC 2025. So for those who don't know Pavandatta, he will be mentoring Vajiram's and Ravi's UPSC aspirants as a super mentor for UPSC 2025, and it's a very great opportunity for all of you who have just started preparation, because from day one itself you'll be getting advice which is which you actually need, because Pavan cracked his exam in the very first attempt. So I want you all to meet our super mentor and know his approach and his mindset. So Pavan, thanks for joining. And where are you these days? Are you in training? Are you in academy? And where are you posted right now? And which cadre have you been allocated?
Thank introduction. So the point is, now, of course, until April 5th, we are in our phase 1 training of Indian Administrative Service. And I'm in posted as assistant collector under training. So as a UT, as maybe we'll be simply calling us as probationers in Nandurbar district of Maharashtra. So tribal district, a lot of scope to work, a lot of things to observe. Yeah, and life is going very chill, sir, in academy, but it's equally hectic too, because we have given 2 exams today with machine learning and data science, one, and second is agriculture and economics. So going parallelly, managing both.
And I would like to also congratulate you that you have just got recently married. So congratulations for that
Thank you,
also.
sir. Thank you. Thank you so
That's a
much. Thank you.
new phase in
Yeah.
your journey.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So balancing all the things, it's very difficult, but it's in, and again, a generally service of Indian Administrative Service.
Hmm.
So managing multiple things at the same time.
Okay. So for those who don't know that, Pavan Datta cracked in his very first attempt, and he's also a doctor. So did you always wanted to be an IAS, or was a later day when you thought that probably with IAS you can serve the country better? So what was your, I mean, as a childhood or in college, what was your dream?
Sir, Indian Administrative Service or civil services to that matter, I was not dreaming about it. I was always into a technical thing, good having a good package, and after writing USMLE, after coming into this doctor or medical field per se, I always wanted to go to US and have a good life for myself. But somehow some certain situations have been mentioning it in multiple stages, and even mentioned in some of the stages recently also. Uh, so initially the passion was towards Indian police service. So for that uniform, the charm of the uniform. But later, the scope of the work in Indian Administrative Service is much more when compared to any other service. But equally, I sometimes feel I would have opted for Indian Police Service also, because it equally gives the scope of work in police. But that's a many going with the advice of many seniors, going with the wisdom of many seniors. So I opted for Indian Administrative Service with a lot of scope to do. So let's see how it goes. But it has not been my childhood dream. So after my medicine, only when I chose not to go for the USMLE to USA. So I thought Indian Administrative Service or maybe civil services per se will give me a good future personally, and also some good job satisfaction when I go and work there for people.
Yeah, very good. So looking back, like what is one piece of advice you wish that you had received on the day one of your preparation? Because usually when you start preparation, there are certain mistakes that aspirants make.
Correct, sir. Sir, one is having a good mentor from day one. People tell ki, after going to a certain phase of exam, then you can think about all these things. But sir, I personally feel, because I wasted certain time of my preparation in knowing what and how of UPSC, when there are some certain experts, okay, when they know how to crack, maybe at least, maybe through guidance of multiple number of people, they might be gaining some experience. So having from day one, that is one, sir, that is one I could have done better. And second is understanding exactly what UPSC demands from day one. I think these two things I could have done better. And three is, of course, answer writing, sir. Answer writing, I realized answer writing was my strength after certain time of UPSC preparation, into the UPSC preparation. Had I realized it better, like in the initial only, I would have aimed for 2021 exam only. So I could not do that because, of course, there are many reasons like COVID and etc. also. But still, I would have aimed for 2021 and I would have cracked at 2021 only, sir. So I think these are the three things which I can remember and which I feel that I would have done better.
I think there is a very thin line which divides an average aspirant and a would-be an IAS. There's so many people, lakhs of aspirants who actually give the exam every year. What do you think? What do you think are the 4 5 things which rankers or top rankers have in themselves, which actually helps them in crack the exam? I mean, there are certain things which definitely all rankers do. Can you tell me some certain things that you feel are very important for an aspirant to get a rank, or very important for an aspirant, or for an average aspirant to become an IAS level kind of, aspirant?
Yes, sir. Sir, one is knowing what UPSC demands, sir. UPSC doesn't demand whole knowledge which is under the sun. And everyone feels ki I should read polity from A to Z, like P to Y of polity. So, which is not true. And understanding that is one. Second is understanding the pattern of the exam by analyzing the trends. Okay, maybe having some expert consultation or whatever it is. And third is, sir, which I feel is very important for anyone to crack, is about seriousness with regard to the exam, sir. What people do is, in these prime youth years, go to Delhi. Maybe, for example, I'm taking you. There are many prime centers like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Delhi. Going to those centers and wasting their time. That is a major thing, because I've been to old Rajendra Nagar during my interview preparation and by meeting some seniors, etc. I've seen old Rajendra Nagar people do time pass, and people, those people are more when compared to serious aspects. Okay, that is the main thing that people should not do. Getting into unnecessary relationships there, and wasting time, having multiple resources, is a very very haphazard for any serious aspirant. These are the prime three things, and fourth, these are fixing to the sources and not changing it later. And that is one. And fifth is choosing optional wisely. This is what I personally feel. If you choose optional wisely, and if you fix your sources, if you are very serious about the exam, and if you know the pattern of UPSC and demand of UPSC from day one, might not be day one, maybe in 1 month or 2 months into the preparation, maybe if you are starting preparation from now, March, if you know it by June at most, what is the exact demand of UPSC, that is when the prime year of 2025 starts. Right, from June, generally we tend to read from June. So June, July. Until then, maybe up to then, if you are knowing the demand of UPSC exam, I think this is what I feel, sir. So please tell me, like, because you are the mentor for many people and you have guided me also. Like, what do you think, sir, about it?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. What you have said, I think it's very, very important. And I do agree with whatever you say, that it's very important that a person should be consistent. He should have a good timetable and, answer writing, maintaining consistency throughout the preparation. Plus, always willing to learn. That is something which is very important for any aspirant. And I would believe that, over knowledge is not, it is
Mhm.
hazardous for this exam. Because looking back, if I see all the mentees who have got good ranks, I can say that with a lot of confidence that all these Baba type people, those people who try to, do PhD during their
Yeah.
preparation, I don't see them cracking the exam.
Correct, sir. Yeah.
Because ultimately, uh, the main idea is that whatever you are reading, whatever you are studying, it is important to replicate that knowledge into writing that 150, 200 word answer. If you're not able
Yeah.
to do that, then whatever knowledge you have, it is of no use, right?
Correct, sir.
So
Yes.
it's very important that, and I think with you also, I believe that you know, guiding you over the years and seeing your answers, and then also in interview, I definitely expected that you would be in, I would say top 100, but top 50, or what the rank that you got. I think this is something which not anybody can predict. I usually make a
Correct.
list of these, 15, 20 people I feel that they will get a rank in top 100, and I believe you were uh, one of them, and definitely
Thank you, sir.
you did not disappoint me and us, and you got the
Sir,
rank.
this is the same with everything, sir. What I feel is like, importance of mentor, I need to tell. There was the other mentor for interview also, sir, because I've been, for interviews, we take multiple opinions
Yes.
also. And there's also one mentor where I gave one mock interview about.
Hmm.
He told ki, Pavan, after seeing your interview,
Hmm.
I expect ki you'll be getting rank around 40.
Hmm. Hmm.
Itna he has told. Sir, after the rank, I just called him, sir. How did you expect this itna perfectly? Around 40 is around 22 is around 40, like top 50.
Yeah.
And Turkey, I've been mentoring from many years. So
Uh,
I got this vibe. So I think that is why, sir, mentor is sir, I think it's a very common word, but I assume there should be one person to guide you to talk about who has immense experience in UPSC, because
mhm.
people also started to take UPSC exam very seriously, youth of the country.
Hmm.
And many aspirants are there coming out, lakhs of aspirants. They don't know how to go about. So having a person to guide you to a light. So I think it's very important, sir.
So, in your opinion, what do you think UPSC expects from its candidates? Is it just academic excellence or something else? Like we have three kind of things. We have prelims, we have mains, we have interview. So every round of the exam, what exactly are they looking for?
Yes, sir. Sir, UPSC requires all types of people. Definitely, yes. Indian administrative service, or maybe the police service, or any of the civil services requires all type of people. People with good temperament, people with bad temperament, people who are lazy, people who are very smart, effective, whoever it is, whatever it is. Right. So what had UPSC, saw only uh, academic excellence. All toppers of IITs, all aims people, everyone who writes the exam should be selected, right? So but it is not happening. People from tier 3 college, or maybe the college from a small village, is also getting selected. So it means that UPSC is looking something different. Academic excellence is bonus for UPSC. So it requires a person who can be given certain values, certain tasks of Indian administrative service, or Indian police service, revenue service, foreign service, who tries to carry country forward. That's all. Whether he or she has certain traits too, so that we can train them accordingly to our needs for the Amritkal. Bas. That is what I personally feel, sir. I'm not so brilliant. I've seen many brilliants who could not clear this exam. Yeah.
Yes,
Because
I,
UPSC sees this is a broad quality that UPSC sees. But of course, the exam is altogether a different thing, right?
yes,
Understanding the exam, forming the syllabus, sticking to the syllabus, having common sense, all these definitely the trait that we generally. And sir, this is how the super mentorship, or the mentorship
hmm,
through the year goes all about. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. I think what you have said is really nice. I mean, I have a student who was, topper in class 12, topper in IIT, topper in IIM Ahmedabad, right? And this fellow has not been able to clear mains for almost last 4 attempts. So just see,
Yeah.
he has the best academic kind of, I would say, pedigree.
Credentials in the country.
Yes, but
Yeah.
despite that, he's not. And then at other end, I have a student who actually after his class 12th, he started doing all these odd jobs. And after a gap of 10 years, then through private, he actually did his BA. And this year he's giving interview. So that clearly shows that, whether you are from IIT, IIM or AIMS, it does not matter. What matters is like, as we have said, that how well you learn the art of, applying that knowledge that you have studied in writing a good answer. That actually decides that whether you get a rank or not.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes. Correct, sir. Yes.
So how has been your training? I mean, how has been your training going on? So what are the things you think you have learned during your training?
Yes, sir. Sir, training is immensely, sir, equally, I can say, equally hectic and equally fun. Okay, so right from foundation course to the phase one of Indian Administrative Service, it has been mixed feelings. Okay, sometimes we feel so hectic. Last weekend, I think there was some class on Saturday also.
Hmm.
usually usually our brains will be preparing for waking up late and have some good chole bhature and then go for it. And then Sundays we have good dosas and all this stuff. But training, that is what these are, because they impart certain traits in you. Because some national calamity, I mean, natural calamities might not tell you, "Okay, this is Saturday, I'm not going to come. Sunday, I'm not going to come." You should be ready at any day, any hour of the day. So I feel, sir, training is going so well. We have learned about multiple modules like health module, education module, data science and machine learning. So how do you apply this for the schemes? And now presently we have, today just we have written 2 exams of agriculture and data science machine learning. So yes, things are going on. So training is very interesting also. Equally, that is what equally fun. We have extracurricular modules like cooking, uh, photography, okay, gardening, and all the stuff. And we also have certain important, like for example, we have a library or self period so that we can also chill. Equally, we have sports also. So
Hmm.
badminton. Now presently, some sports events are going on. Sports competitions are going on. We have competitions with foreign forest services people also. Coming weekend, I think we have cricket, volleyball, and some other things also. So going well until April 5th. I think we'll be packed. I think it's done, and we'll definitely miss academy after April 5th.
Yes, definitely. So as many aspirants would be wondering that they feel that after they crack the exam, it's all about fun, but it's not about that. I mean, you have to wake up early in the morning and you have to go through these
It's
classes.
very cold. It's very cold, and we have to wake up at around 5:30 or maybe 6 o'clock, and we have to reach there pinpointedly by 6:30, or else we'll be getting a memo.
So,
Yeah.
there is a trek. There's this iconic trek which happens at Labasna. So, where did you went for the trek, and what was your experience of the trek?
Yes, sir. So we go to Himalayan trek, sir. So there was a special trek for PWD. So I was a doctor for the trek. So we went to, so that was a very small trek. So Nainital, Bhimtal, and then we went to Jim Corbett National Park along with them. So there will be generally a doctor for every trek group. So I was the doctor for their trek group. So it was all fun.
Hmm.
But I heard people having much more adventurous when they went to hard trek in Sikkim, Coachella, and some people went to Hansil, and then trek near to the Gangotri, that trek also from Hansil and Dhanoli. So I think, sir, yes, our experience was very nice because it was not kind of a very hectic experience. It was kind of a fun for me, especially when I'm traveling with these people, and it was really fun for me, sir. Himalayan trek.
And you must have also gone for the field visits. So
Yeah.
any experience, any memorable experience which actually you can share from your field visit, something which actually you actually got the meaning of real India, or you saw the real India for the first time, or perhaps something which has actually shaped you or probably affected you.
Yes, sir. We went to a field visit for Dhar village. Sorry, Dhar district, and the village name I forgot. Karbhaidi. There's a tribal village in Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh.
Mhm.
We went to this field visit, okay, village visit. and it happened ki I did a emergency delivery because I'm a doctor, and there was a tribal woman who have been suffering from a prolonged delivery. Uh, so I did a delivery on that, and it was a kind of a memorable experience for me. And the baby and mother both are safe. So there was no proper facilities also in that Katbaidi village, and there is a small CHC near to around 20 and 30-40 kilometers from this village. So they thought to refer the patient to the other centers, other center. Then I took that risky call, a kind of a risky call that I have taken, because with no proper facilities, we should not experiment. It's a kind of a learning also for me. But I took that risk so that I've conducted delivery by myself with assistance of some nurses, staff, and some other officers. I mean, the doctors present there. That was a kind of a memorable experience, and I got to know ki we are fighting for that. If we go to hotels, we fight for not having Wi-Fi, not having swimming pools, or maybe air conditioners. But these people are literally craving for minimum basic facilities like hospital, or maybe having oxytocin drips or oxytocin facilities, or maybe having some cotton facilities, having some cotton things, and also creep bandages in hospitals. And we are fighting for this. And so I think this is one of the memorable experiences, and it got me thinking so much. The same thing can be reciprocated in Nandurbar district also, when I really want to concentrate on health related aspects, because I'm a doctor and I can easily understand about the things.
I think there is one doctor, I think, in Maharashtra itself during the COVID time. He
Yes,
played a
sir.
very important role.
Correct, sir. Yeah.
Dr. Rajin Bhatt, and he played a very important role in ensuring that the district has enough oxygen. Uh, I would say that being a doctor will definitely it helps you because
Yeah,
being administrator, you are much aware about the problems in healthcare, and
correct.
definitely your solutions will be much more practical. So it's really good that we see doctors and other technical people tracking IAS, because your knowledge of your 5-6 years, this is with you all your life. And I think
Correct,
as you have said that you have helped in doing this delivery. So this is something, these are life skills that will remain with you all your life.
correct, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So these days, if you see, strategy is a very loose term because every YouTube channel anchor, they share their strategy and all. What do you think is a right strategy for the UPSC exam? If let's say I ask you 3-4 things, which actually defines the right strategy for this exam?
Yeah. Sir, one is understanding, sir. Understanding the syllabus of UPSC and the demands of UPSC is the prime important thing in this preparation. So where it goes is, how do you get it? So I'm a beginner, for example, let us say. I'm beginner, I'm starting now. How do I know it? There should be a person to guide, obviously. So having a good person to talk to who has experience in UPSC, be it name it like mentor, name it a friend, name it a senior, whatever it is. So I think having that person makes you understand well about UPSC. Even I had mentor, like you were there, and I had my seniors in my service who tried to mentor me initially. So that is the most important thing. That is what I feel, sir, for the beginner, or maybe for the strategy for UPSC per se. And second is getting into the groove of answer writing. Even if you're not writing per se, okay, you should know how to write. In the initial 4-5 months, may you have to know how to write it. During that course of time, you have to complete one round of revision. So talking to a person, having a good timetable, and then completing one round of syllabus for around 4 to 5 months, and completing the optional, at least one round of optional. Or if one person is taking coaching, he or she should complete the coaching for in initial 5 to 6 months, and then start doing notes. I think there is no strategy kind of strategy, sir. That is what I feel. Going with the flow, do what you want to do in UPSC, but do it rightly. How do you know it? There should be one accountability partner, be it a friend, be it a mentor, be it a senior, be it teacher, like whoever wants to do. I think, as you rightly told, strategy is not a very specific term. There are multiple ways to crack this exam, sir. So that is what I feel. That is what even I am preaching also to aspirants and
No,
like
I think what you have said is very good because every aspirant is different. every aspirant has a different strength. And for example, like there was one of my student, Sanskriti Somani, rank 49. She was like, so she used to write good answers, but she always had this thing, sir, I can't draw the diagrams because diagram is not my cup of tea because it is taking a lot of time for me to draw diagrams. So I actually also told her that, if it's taking so much time, don't draw a diagram. Probably you can, focus on, enhancing your content. It's not really absolutely necessary that without diagram you'll not get marks. Right. So ultimately, every person has its unique strategy. If she would have just kind of copied that thing, "Nay, I have to draw a diagram, whether it will waste my time or not," then ultimately she would have lost many marks in mains.
Correct.
So ultimately, that's what I'm saying. Unique strategy is something which is required. And I think that's what our Step Up program also is all about, that every student is a batch and every student will be getting a unique strategy and personalized strategy based on their strength and their, I would say, weakness. Right.
Correct,
So,
sir.
uh, so
To
uh,
add on to that, sir, just to
hmm,
add on to that, I always tell to the aspirants or sir that maybe
hmm,
in the step up program we have to emphasize that
hmm,
they should close their environment, sir. That is what I personally feel. They should
hmm.
come into that UPSC preparation loop and they should not diverse their resources. They should not have too many navigations and deviations together. But doesn't mean that they'll be not looking at the world. They should definitely if he or she wants to do some watch some web series, let us say, let her or him watch a web series daily 1 hour, have a good kind of a thing, maybe hobby for them, especially that can be a very good thing, sir. So but do it in a controlled way. That's the thing. Yes.
Yes. So you also play like violin, right? So
Yeah.
definitely, I would love to hear that someday. And so
Definitely, sir. In Maharashtra, sometime maybe some other events
yes,
maybe definitely plan something.
yes. So how important is cultivating hobby during your UPSC preparation? I mean, should you have a hobby or should you just be like 24/7 preparation mode?
Yes, sir. Sir, rather than a hobby, especially that is for two things, sir. One is absolutely for interview preparation if you are fortunate enough to clear at the first attempt only with the help of a mentor or with the help of a proper person. Definitely, one is obviously for interview preparation, and second is relaxation, sir. See, finally, we are human beings and we need relaxation. Our brain needs relaxation, our body needs relaxation, whatever maybe the way it is, be it meditation, be it violin, be it spirituality, be it whatever the things, be it cricket, be it volleyball, be it watching movies, you have to have a hobby. It's a kind of a relaxation, so that is what I feel, and that will make you understand more about the process. And when you are having some fatigue in the process of UPSC preparation, it will be helping you to have that buffer, take that buffer as soon as that extent would be there for them, sir. That is what I personally feel uh, hobby is very important in UPSC preparation, to have relaxation. That's all.
So I also know that you are hmm, I know that you are a very spiritual person. So, what is the importance of spiritualism in your whole journey? I mean, how it has shaped you, how it has kept you sane during the course of the preparation?
Sir, spirituality. Sir, see, spirituality means I did not become a Baba. See, finally, okay. The only spiritual thing is all about I followed my rituals. Being belonging to a particular religion and particular sect of a religion or a particular caste of a religion, I have certain duties. That is what in anthropology also we talk about Rina, we talk about all these things in ancient philosophies. But I just followed it. Okay, and also whenever there is a chance of having 1 or 2 hours of me looking at my phone, I did not look at my phone. Instead, I looked about Guru Charitra,
Hmm,
which talked about Lord Dattatreya.
hmm,
I felt ki if it is cell phone might harm me, but reading Guru Charitra Parayanam has two advantages. One is it doesn't harm me. Secondly, it is might help me because I believe in God exists. Okay, so this simply I followed ki a bit of meditation here and there, and visiting temples especially I did. I visited Lord, I mean Goddess Akhilandeshwari Amman temple where I connected. My soul got connected to Amman, their goddess Akhilandeshwari in near Trichy. There's a place called Tiruvanai. I got connected there. So it gives solace, that's all. And it also gives you confidence. Okay, if something happens, she is there to take care of me. If some difficulties there, if you are unable to complete a syllabus, Amma, give me the strength to complete my syllabus, maybe complete economy in 2 3 days. So that will be there. So that is what I personally feel. But there will be some atheists also, right? That is also equally fine. They have their own ways of doing the thing. Okay, need not be spirituality. They might see Virat Kohli hitting a century, they might get high. Okay, so they might watch Test cricket for 5 days, they might get high. So, anyways, being a spiritual first person, I personally felt it is very helpful and was very helpful for me, sir.
So, preparation for UPSC is also like a marathon. It's not like a sprint. I mean, you have to,
Yeah.
even
Correct,
if
sir.
you crack the exam in the first attempt, it still requires 1.5 years, right? So, did, did you ever felt burnout that bas ho gaya, now I can't do it anymore? How did you stay consistent? Because it was a big journey of almost, uh, 15, 16 months.
Yes, sir. Sir, one is being smart, sir, in the UPSC preparation. Do not be like, toiling hard, like in a daily labor, for example. They go, they toil very hard, they work very hard, but the output could be minimal, right? But some smart people sitting on the laptops and computers earn crores of money with simple stock market investments. Let me tell you. So hard work, the both are doing hard work, and he or she is doing smart work here. The similar way, of course, you have to work hard, you have to toil hard, but in this preparation, sir, of course, I tell you, we are humans and our brain is trained to get fatigued at the end of the day. And I also felt a lot of burnouts in the preparation. That is where I talk to my mentors. I speak to mentors, sir. For example, I talk to you also, sir. This is the thing that I'm facing especially during the interview preparation also. Sir, I'm not able to have these balanced answers. Then you gave me a good advice. So how to go about it. And you asked me, I remember like you asked me one terrorist the question on some terrorism.
Yes, yes,
So do you want to kill that Naxalites or something like that?
yes,
So
yes.
that type of question. So I got a different perspective. So that is why having a good guide for us is a very, very important thing. And following that guide is a very important thing, sir. And of course, burnouts happen. During those burnouts, you can follow your hobby, or you can have a small trip here and there for 3 or 4 days. And you can follow some spirituality if you are inclined towards it. Talk to a person nicely. If you are married, talk to your wife. But do not do not get into the unnecessary relationships. Talk to parents, talk to siblings. It's a very good thing. Burnouts are very common, and do not get disheartened. When there is a bad phase, again there is a good phase again. Yeah.
Coming to a very important question, which is time management. I mean, there are just 24 hours. So, how important is timetable for this exam? A good timetable.
Sir, with regard to the timetable and consistency also with the timetable, I was very consistent in my inconsistency, sir. Okay. Of course, it might not work for others. It worked for me. For the timetable, I know ki if I'm having a timetable, I don't generally follow it. Okay. But I have seen people doing wonders with timetable. Okay. So I feel ki majority of the aspirants need some timetable so that there will be a direction for them. For example, today from need not be a very micro kind of schedule or maybe micro. For example, some people will like I wake up at 5:45 and 5:50 brushing teeth. So at night 9:15 having blanket on me. So it's not like that. But having a very broad timetable, like for example, this week I need to complete economy. That is one. And then how do I complete? Today, okay, there are 400 pages to complete in Vivek Singh book. Let us consider. So those 400, 1 week, so roughly translates around 50 pages per day, right? Today I have to complete 50 pages. All right, that's all. That's my target. How many hours I want to invest in? I can complete 50 pages in 2 hours. I can complete 50 pages in 10 hours also. But today target is to complete 50 pages. Bus. If you are having a lot of interest, you can have current affairs, or maybe you can complete 100 pages also on that day. But itna broad targets definitely is needed. And timetable, I also had some targets, very broad targets, sir. Today, this month, I have to complete polity and economy and some portion of current affairs. And optional ka, A syllabus definitely should be done. Bus. So I might read for that month, I might read for 10 days only. But I'll make sure ki I'll complete the syllabus. So it's up to the mindset of the person, sir. Because even if you are sticking on to the timetable, definitely, if there is some fatigue, if I want to take some 4 to 5 days of break, I can take happily. So do not stick on to do not be rigid about yours. That is what I'm trying to tell. Be kind of a flexible personality. I also watched Stranger Things ka web series, binge watched things at the one stage of my preparation. So it's up to you, but I made sure ki in that month I got whatever, I completed whatever the things I needed. Yeah. So that is how you manage what, do not be so hectic about it. Be free, be happy. That's all.
Okay. So now that we are somewhere around 2 months, 2.5 months for, prelims are left. So what advice would you give to people who will be giving prelims this year?
Sir, around 70, 75 days left, right? So concentrate, sir. Main is the revision. Revision. How do you plan your revision properly? Because this 70, 75 days, maybe you can do wonders. That is what I try to tell, sir, people. Because lastly, last 30, 35 days, I got to know there are certain tricks and tips in UPSC also that I never known before. So I enrolled in something and I got to know, oh God, this is the UPSC that I need to really work upon. This is the prelims that I need to work upon. So last around 40, 45 days, when I enrolled in that course, it worked wonders for me. So you never know. Be open to ideas, but close the circle, regarding sources, but regarding how to approach for the exam. How do you plan revision strategy? How do you employ your tricks? How do you employ your short-term memory and long-term memory? It's all about you. This is what, do not make major changes in your preparation for the last 70, 75 days. But, strive hard, be serious, be in that mood. Whenever you see something, analyze it. For example, if you are seeing this, Bisleri water, plastic wala, just think plastics, okay, fine, microplastic, microbits, okay, what might be the micropores, how much is the diameter, whether it is allowed or not. So incline your preparation towards UPSC prelims. That is what I try to tell you, sir, people. Yeah.
So you belong to Tirupati, right?
Yes, I belong to Tirupati.
Did you celebrate your success with Tirupati Laddu? That's very famous all over India.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Obviously, I ate lot of laddus on that day, and also the previous days also. And with God's grace and Lord's grace, I was able to crack this exam in the very first attempt with the help of teachers, with the help of mentors. So I really thank everyone, sir, for that.
So what exactly was your reaction when you saw the result, when the result came out? Did you see it yourself or did some other person or any of your relative informed you?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, there was in my bedroom. There is a small bed. Okay, I was sleeping. Initially, sleeping in the sense, from last 2 to 3 days, people told ki this is the day.
I
This is
think
the
I
day.
think I think I think you messaged me just 1 hour before the result. That is
Yes,
it coming
yes.
today? I said yes, it's coming today. Just
Correct, sir.
remember,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
it. I remember it.
yeah.
So I was sleeping, and generally we tend to keep there will be some fake PDFs. Okay,
Yeah,
circulating,
always.
sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and that there is a sentiment about the sentiment for Mickey. Even for mains result, my brother checked it. So I told ki my brother is just beside me, and I told ki, and my mother is there, and my father is at his office. He went to office. He's like 1 hour distance from our place. So then I told him, then the result came. I generally saw my name, and it is rank 22. I saw my name, and I was like, is it correct PDF or not? Okay, let me check it. Do not disclose it to anyone. And then I sent it to my brother.
Yeah.
And I screamed, my brother's name is Kartu, and I told him, Kartu, I got rank 22. And he was like, let me check. Don't scream. And he shouted on me, do not scream. Why are you screaming unnecessarily? Let me check and confirm. And then he also confirmed, and it got rank 22. And my mother and we three hugged each other. And I told ki, Amma, your son has become now Pavandatta IAS. And she started he started crying. Of course, typical mother feelings. It was a kind of a good thing, and I called my father immediately, and my father shouted, like, I told you, don't shout, the people might think in a different way in office. Then
Yeah.
no, 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 and then everyone came and congratulated my. Of course, my mother is a teacher, so all her teacher colleagues from school, they rushed towards school. I mean, towards my flat where we were living, towards my house, and they were also pleased, and everything went well, sir. After that COVID phase, everything went well in my life until recently getting married also. Uh,
So- and also getting a good cadre, because Maharashtra itself is a very challenging cadre, because you
yes,
know
yes, sir. Yeah.
it's not just about Mumbai and Pune. Maharashtra is
Correct,
also
correct.
about those tribal districts, those areas that are affected by drought, and so it is a very, it's a very challenging cadre, and plus its geographic location itself, it has aspects of southern India, northern India, central India. So I think it will be a very good, 35 years for you, your next 35 years. So I,
Yes, sir. So I think, sir, so importance of after that spirituality also, I just want to add it, sir. People talk
yeah.
about mental health,
Mm.
right? So I also keeping your mental health fit is very important. So what should I do for mental health, sir? One is meditation. Second is if your physical health is good, automatically your mental health will also be good. Sometimes, okay, might not be true in all cases, but yeah, exercise a bit, go on a walk, talk to your parents, keep your
Mm.
mental health, that keep your positive mindset. There will be obviously ups and downs, right? So when you are up, happy. When you're down, make yourself even more happier. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all, sir.
yeah. Thank you, Pavan. I think you took your busy time and
Cool, sir. Sir, I just want to
gave
ask
so many.
one thing.
Hmm.
Sir, like if you want to compare, like of course you have seen many aspirants, and if you have seen my journey also, like if you want to
Yes.
compare to a movie, what would it be, sir?
Okay. I there are so many things, but I believe that I would say Guru, that you started with a certain, in the few months there were hiccups and everything, and then you finally conquered all those hurdles, and finally, you became successful in the very first attempt. So I would say something like Guru.
Yeah, right, sir.
If I ask you, what title would you pick that defines
Sure.
your uh,
It would be so funny, sir, but शादी में जरूर आना.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on this note, I think we would like to end this session. There
Yes,
was
sir.
so
Yes.
many important things that you have said, and so as in the end, I would like to also announce that Pawan will be our super mentor in the Step Up program, and that's starting from 13th March. So all of you, please register in the description box itself. Also, there is a registration link, and I hope we have many more wonderful sessions like this, because I believe it would be very insightful for all the aspirants who are watching this session.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yeah. So
uh,
all the best, guys, from me, and I'll be helping you out if you're there in the course or whatever it is. You can reach out to me, and if you are very serious, I'll definitely guide you personally also.
yes.
So thank you, sir. Thank you for hosting
Uh,
me, and thank you for everything.